Welcome back to the Nine Podcast, where women's hoops gets the spotlight, the breakdown, and the respect it deserves. This is part 2 of our special series breaking down the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement, the contract that shapes every move in the league from salary caps to free agency to expansion. In part 1, we covered the basics, what the CBA is, how the salary cap works, and what WNBA players really make, from rookies to superstars. But in this episode, we're going deeper. Today, we're talking about the next wave of financial pressure points, rookie contracts, and why players like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese make far less than you'd expect, why top-tier stars are betting on one-year deals, and how league expansion to places like Golden State, Toronto, and Portland is forcing a full-scale financial rethink. This isn't just about dollars, it's about power, positioning, and the future of the WNBA. Let's take a closer look at rookie contracts, because this is one of the most misunderstood parts of the WNBA pay structure, especially for new fans. When players are drafted into the WNBA, they don't negotiate their salary. Instead, they sign what's called a rookie scale deal, a contract with a fixed base salary determined by their draft position. The higher you're picked, the more you make. But the difference between picks is still relatively small, and the total amount is capped by the collective bargaining agreement. For example, the number 1 overall pick in 2024, Caitlin Clark, she's earning just over $76,000 in base salary. Other first-round picks, like Angel Reese at number 7, are making slightly less. Players selected in later rounds or signed as undrafted free agents make even less, though still above the league minimum. These deals usually last 3 to 4 years, and while they include incremental raises at each season, they remain far below what veteran players or top international stars earn. Now, here's the kicker. Caitlin Clark, arguably the most marketable rookie the league has ever seen, she's generated millions of dollars in media value, merchandise sales, and record-setting viewership. She's helped drive sold-out arenas, boosted ticket demand, and even shifted TV broadcast schedules. Yet, under the current CBA, her salary remains locked under $80K, regardless of her impact on league revenue. Now, she'll earn significantly more through endorsements, with deals from brands like Nike, Gatorade, and State Farm, but none of that counts against or toward her WNBA salary. Same goes for players like Angel Reese, who also signed NIL and marketing deals before entering the league. But here's where it becomes a CBA issue. The rookie scale contract was designed for a league that wasn't yet built on star power and media momentum. But now, we're seeing rookies drive the conversation, sell the tickets, and move the metrics. Yet their earnings don't reflect that value, at least not from the league directly. This is expected to become a major discussion point in CBA negotiations. Do you revise the rookie pay scale to better match performance or visibility? Do you allow teams to offer more flexibility for marketing-based bonuses within the cap? Or do you keep it as is and let endorsement culture handle the gap? Whatever the answer, this rookie class is already reshaping how we think about early career value in the WNBA. So now that we've broken down how rookie contracts work and why they've become such a hot topic, let's talk about what happened in free agency this offseason. Let's talk about a trend we're seeing more and more across the WNBA: one-year contracts. This offseason alone, veterans like Breanna Stewart, Brittany Griner, and DeWanna Bonner all chose to sign one-year deals instead of locking in long-term contracts. At first glance, that might seem risky, right? You'd think stars like that would want security, but this isn't about fear, it's about leverage and timing. Let me break it down. Most insiders expect the next deal to include some major financial upgrades. A higher salary cap, which means teams will be able to spend more, likely increases to max and supermax salaries, and possibly more flexibility around player movement, prioritization, and marketing income. So by signing a short-term deal now, players are giving themselves a chance to hit free agency again. But under the new CBA, when market conditions could be a lot more favorable. Let's use Breanna Stewart for an example. She's a 2-time champion, Former MVP and one of the most marketable players in the league, she could easily have locked in a multi-year deal with the Liberty this offseason, but she chose the one-year contract instead. Why? Because if the new CBA bumps up the Supermax or opens up new salary tiers tied to performance or media value, she's in position to cash in right away, not locked into old numbers. It's also a move that helps players keep options open. If the salary cap expands by 10 or 15%, a player could easily miss out on hundreds of thousands of dollars over the 3-year period. So veterans, especially those who've already made strong career money, are saying, let me wait and see. So yeah, one-year deals are everywhere right now, and it's not just by accident. It's calculated, strategic, and smart business. And just when you thought that was enough change for one offseason, here comes expansion. New teams are joining the league, which shifts the financial landscape even more. Let's talk about how expansion ties into the CBA and what it means for players and their future in the W. So let's take a step back and talk about the big picture shift that's coming to the WNBA, expansion. In 2025, the Golden State Valkyries began play, bringing a WNBA team to the Bay Area for the first time since the Monarchs folded. And in 2026, we're expecting Toronto and Portland to follow as the next two franchises. That means the league is growing from 12 to 16 in just 2 years. And that's a massive change, not just for fans of TV ratings, but for the entire structure of the league's finances. More teams means 36 additional roster spots, more opportunity for free agents and draftees, a larger talent pool to manage, and significantly more revenue potential from ticket sales, merch, media rights, and international exposure. But, and this is the key, the current CBA was never built to support 16 teams. It was structured around a 12-team league, which meant tighter salary caps, fewer jobs, and more pressure on teams to cut players based on money, not talent. That's part of the reason why veterans like Dawana Bonner opted for a one-year deal. She knows that with expansion, the market for experienced players will grow. Teams like Golden State and Toronto will be looking to add locker room leadership, scoring, and playoff-tested talent. On the league side, expansion forces urgency. The WNBA can't afford to bring in new teams under outdated financial rules. They'll need a larger salary cap to stay competitive, possibly revised rules around prioritization and free agency, and more investment in player support systems, housing, travel, healthcare, and marketing to sustain a bigger, more visible league. So if you ever wondered why a player like Breanna Stewart would sign a one-year deal, or how expansion teams in Golden State, Toronto, and Portland are going to reshape the entire financial landscape of the league, now you know. As always, thanks for tuning into the 9 podcast. If you enjoyed this breakdown, share it with someone who loves women's hoops and drop a comment below. Do you think the WNBA salary structure is keeping up with the league's growth or holding it back? Until next time, I'm Dean, and this is the 9.